Hello and welcome to a new video. It is that time where I bring you my anticipated releases for the next 3 months. And this is my first one of 2023 releases. How is it nearly 2023? I know, time passes. We know this. Anyway, this is for any releases coming out January, February and March 2023. I couldn't actually find more than one that I'm interested in for March. So March is a pretty slow one, which is a shame because that's my birthday month, but oh well, it's fine. So we're just going to dive in straight away with January's. So the first one on the 3rd of January is Loathe to Love You by Ali Hazelwood. Now, I shouldn't really be counting this one because I've actually read all 3 of the short stories in this. This is a bind up of the Steminist novellas that Ali Hazelwood released in ebook and audiobook format back in May, June and July. I have read all of them. I love them all. They are all incredible. So we have Under One Roof, we have Stuck With You, and we have Below Zero. These are all enemies to lovers, and I cannot recommend these enough. I love them. Stuck With You is my slightly least favourite, but they still all got 5 stars, and I still love... Something just fell over. And I still love them all so much. Next up, and also on the 3rd of January, is The Stolen Heir by Holly Black. Now, this I can't really tell you much about other than it is a sequel duology to the Folk of the Air series, which is the Cruel Prince series. I believe it's set about 8 years after Queen of Nothing. I could be wrong on that. I know it's a substantial amount of time after that trilogy, but I'm really excited for this. I'm excited for the character it's going to follow and to see maybe like some tidbits of the characters from the trilogy that I know and love, and I'm just so excited. So next up is the final one for the 3rd of January, and that is Highly Suspicious and Unfairly Cute by Talia Hibbert. Now, I have read the first 2 books in the Brown Sisters trilogy and I absolutely love them, so I'm very excited already for this. But the blurb for this: Bradley Graham is pretty much perfect. He's a star football player, manages his OCD well enough, and comes out on top in all his classes, except the ones he shares with his ex-best friend, Celine. Celine Bangura is a conspiracy theory obsessed. Social media followers eat up her takes on everything from UFOs to holiday overconsumption. Yet, she's still not cool enough for the popular kids' table, which is why Brad abandoned her for the in-crowd years ago. At least that's how Celine sees it. These days, there's nothing between them other than petty insults and academic rivalry. So when Celine signs up for a survival course in the woods, she's surprised to find Brad right beside her. Forced to work as a team for the chance to win a grand prize, these 2 teens must trudge through not just mud and dirt, but their messy past. And as this adventure brings them closer together, they begin to remember the good bits of their history. But has too much time passed, or just enough to spark a whole new kind of... Oh, it's not letting me look at the rest of the blurb. That's helpful. So yeah, this is like friends to enemies to lovers kind of, and I'm so excited for this so much. Next up, on the 5th of January, we have Never Ever Getting Back Together by Sophie Gonzalez. Don't even get me started on this one. When their now famous ex-boyfriend asked them to participate in a teen reality show, 2 18-year-old girls, one bent on revenge, the other open to rekindling romance, get tangled up in an unexpected twist when they fall for each other instead. It's been 2 years since Maya's ex-boyfriend cheated on her and she still can't escape him. His sister married the crown prince of minor European country and he captured the hearts as her charming younger brother. If the world only knew the real Geordie, the manipulative liar who broke Maya's heart. Skye Kaplan was always cautious with her heart until Geordie said all the right things and earned her trust. Now his face is all over the media and Skye is still wondering why he stopped calling. When Maya and Skye are invited to star on the reality dating show Second Chance Romance, they're whisked away to a beautiful mansion, along with 4 more of Geordie's exes, to compete for his affections while the whole world watches. Skye wonders if she and Geordie can recapture the spark she knows they had, but Maya has other plans, exposing Geordie and getting revenge. As they navigate this competition, Skye and Maya discover that their real happily ever after is nothing they could have scripted. It's sapphic. I'm here for this. I have no words for how much I'm here for this. Next up, on the 17th of January, we have Mysteries of Thorn Manor by Margaret Rogerson. I can't actually tell you much about this because this is a sequel novella to Sorcery of Thorns, which I absolutely adored. I love Elizabeth, Nathaniel and Silas, and I'm so excited we're getting more from them because, yes. Next up on the 19th of January, we have X's and O's by Amy Leah. So I don't actually know much about this book. I haven't read the blurb fully yet. I just know that Set on You sounds incredible, and this is from the same author. So we're going to read this blurb together. Romance novel connoisseur Tara Chen has had her heart broken 10 times by 10 different men, all of who dumped her because of her stage 5 clinger tendencies. Nevertheless, Tara is determined to find the one. The only problem? Classic meet-cutes are dead thanks to modern dating apps. So Tara decides to revisit her exes in hopes of securing her very own trope-worthy second chance romance. Boston firefighter Trevor Metcalf will be the first to rush into a burning building, but the last to rush into a relationship. Love just isn't his thing. When his new roommate Tara enlists him to help her reconnect with her exes, he reluctantly agrees, but Tara's journey is leading him to discover his own new chapter. The more time they spend together, the more Tara realises Trevor seems to be the only one who appreciates her authentic, dramatic self. It's the "and they were roommates" trope. Guys, I don't think I'm okay. It's the "and they were roommates" trope. It's my favourite trope. Oh my god, yes. I'm so excited for this book. Next, on the 26th of January, we have The Luminaries by Susan Dennard. I am incredibly excited for this. I love Susan Dennard's Witchland series, and I'm excited to see something different from her. So, the blurb. Hemlock Falls isn't like other towns. You won't find it on a map, your phone won't work here, and the forest outside town might just kill you. Winnie Wednesday wants nothing more than to join the Luminaries, the ancient order that protects Winnie's town, and the rest of humanity, from the monsters and nightmares that rise in the forest of Hemlock Falls every night. Ever since her father was exposed as a witch and a traitor, Winnie and her family have been shunned, but on her 16th birthday she can take the deadly Luminary Hunter trials and prove herself true and loyal, and restore her family's good name, or die trying. But in order to survive, Winnie enlists the help of the one person who can help her train, Jay Friday, resident bad boy and Winnie's ex-best friend. I'm not going to read any more of the blurb because I'm just so excited for this book. And I feel like that's all you need to know about the blurb of this. So I'm really excited for this. I have the arc for it, and I know that this was the Illumicrate November book, so some people might get a chance to read it before. I actually thought this was a November release, but it's not. It's January. And then the final book for January is Chain of Thorns by Cassandra Clare. I can't tell you anything about this other than it is the third book in the Last Hours trilogy, which is the, if you're going in chronological order, it's the second trilogy in the Shadowhunter Chronicles world. However, I say don't read this trilogy until after Dark Artifices for reasons that I can't tell you because spoilers. But I'm so excited for this. It's one of my most anticipated books of the year, and oh my god, I'm scared to read it actually. Next, we move on to February's releases, and up on the 2nd of February, we have The Last First Date by Hayley Quinn. One date, one mischance, one mission to find love. At 31 years old, Helen Pines is far from where she thought she would be. Whilst her ex-boyfriend is now engaged, Helen's still eating ready meals for one, wistfully dreaming of her last first date. Determined to give online dating a go, she matches with drop-dead gorgeous Brody, and they hit it off immediately. One date later, Helen's heart is still singing. Brody's everything she's looking for in a man, sexy, charismatic, and the perfect gentleman. But when she receives an error message on the app, all her contacts have been deleted. With nothing but Brody's name and job title to go on, Helen is determined to track him down. But despite the initial chemistry, Helen realises she knows surprisingly little about her mystery man. Was it really love at first like, or will she find a new love along the way? I'm really excited for this one. It sounds amazing and I am so here for it. And then also on the 2nd of February, we have Breakup from Hell by Anne Davila Cardinal. And this one I think is actually a YA, but I am really interested in this one. Miguela Angeles is tired of her abuela keeping secrets, especially about her heritage. I can't speak today, I'm sorry. Tired of her small Vermont town and hanging out at the same places with the same friends she's known forever. So when another boring Sunday trip to church turns into a run-in with Sam, a mysterious hottie in town for vacation, Mika seizes the opportunity to get closer to him. It's not long before she's under Sam's spell and doing things she's never done before, like winning all her martial arts sparring matches and lying to her favourite people. The more time Mika spends with Sam, the more weird things start to happen too, like terrifying visions of the world ending weird. Mika's gut instinct keeps telling her something is off, yet Sam is the most exciting guy she's ever met. But when Mika discovers his family's roots, she realises that instead of being in the typical high school relationship, she's living in a horror novel. She has to leave Sam, but will ending their relationship also bring an end to everything she knows and everyone she loves? I'm here for this. It sounds incredible and I'm so excited. Next up, on the 16th of February, we have Secretly Yours by Tessa Bailey. I'm so excited for more Tessa Bailey because I love It Happened One Summer. Hallie Welch fell hard for Julian Voss at 14 after they almost kissed in the dark vineyards of his family's winery. Now the prodigal hottie has returned to their small town. When Hallie is hired to revamp the gardens of the Voss estate, she wonders if she'll finally get that smooch. But the grumpy professor isn't the teenager she remembers, and their polar opposite personalities clash spectacularly. One wine-fueled girls' night later, Hallie can't shake the sense that she did something reckless, and then she remembers the drunken secret admirer letter she left for Julian. On sabbatical from his Ivy League job, Julian plans to write a novel, but having Hallie gardening right outside his window is the ultimate distraction. She's eccentric, chronically late, often literally covered in dirt, and so unbelievably beautiful he can't focus on anything else, until he finds an anonymous letter sent by a woman from his past. Even as Julian wonders about his admirer, he's sucked further into Haley's orbit. Like the flowers she plants all over town, Hallie is a burst of colour in Julian's grayscale life. For a man who irons his socks and runs on tight schedules, her sunny, chaotic energy makes zero sense. But there's something so familiar about her, and her very presence is turning his world upside down. It just sounds so good. And then the final February release is A Day of Fallen Night by Samantha Shannon. Another one I can't really tell you much about other than it is a prequel to The Priory of the Orange Tree, and I'm so excited for more in this world because this was originally supposed to just be a standalone with nothing else, and now Samantha Shannon is giving us this and I cannot wait. And then the one and only March release is the 23rd of March, and it is the Sinister Booksellers of Bath by Garth Nix. This is a great end to the video because I can't tell you anything about this because this is actually a sequel to The Left-Handed Booksellers of London, which I haven't yet read. And you may be saying, well, why is it on your anticipated releases? And that's because it's Garth Nix. I didn't know Left-Handed Booksellers of London was a series, but now that I do, I'm even more invested in wanting to read it as soon as possible because I love Garth Nix's writing and this sounds just so much fun. I cannot wait. Okay, so that was my anticipated releases for the first 3 months of the year. Next year, 2023. If you have any anticipated releases for those first 3 months of the year, let me know in the comments below because I definitely feel like I'm missing some. As you all have seen, there's not much fantasy on this list anymore. This used to be predominantly fantasy with the odd sci-fi or romance, but now it is mostly romance, and I am loving how my tastes have changed. But feel free to put all in any recommendations for anticipated releases in the comments below. But I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and I'll see you next time. Bye.